Good morning and welcome back to video number 1. You know what? I just have to discuss this. I get really upset that mainstream media is catching up to things that YouTubers have been reporting on for years. It's like, where the heck have they been? This is one of those stories, but before I get into that, I want to respond to some of your comments. I wanted to comment on what you guys have been putting up. Yes, I am aware that YouTube is screwing with my channel again. There's an unlike button or a thumbs down button, but not a thumbs up button. And you guys have been noticing that. And also the fact that my subscriber numbers are now going backwards because yes, they are culling people off my account again. And it appears that I am shadow banned. I want you guys to know there's really nothing I can do about that. But if you don't see a like button, write to YouTube and ask them why. Okay? All right, let's move on now to our story. The Mirror magazine just came out. Look at the title. Meghan Markle's claim that Sarah Ferguson taught her how to curtsy slammed as a huge lie. Just now, you're catching on to this? Are you serious? Now, let's not forget that this is what she said on the Oprah show when she was asked about meeting the Queen for the first time.
Right, do you know how to curtsy? What? I said, do you know how to curtsy? I said, but it's your grandmother. He goes, it's the Queen. And I learned it very quickly, right in front of the house. We just practiced and then walked in.
Very practiced.
Yeah.
Now, this conversation took place while they were in the car and they were headed to the Royal Lodge for lunch. And that's when this conversation took place. And she said at the end that, Eugenie and Jack and Fergie were there and they told her she did great. And she said, thanks, I didn't know what I was doing. Now, in the spare, of course, the conversation went different. Harry asked his Aunt Sarah to help with Eugenie and Jack to teach her. They came out, they practiced, but that is not what was said in Oprah. Then, of course, the Netflix docuseries came out and something else was said. Listen to this.
Americans will understand this. We have medieval times, dinner and tournament. It was like that. Like I curtsied as though I was like... Pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. Was that okay?
Now, when that happened, they're saying that it was pretty obvious that Harry was not in on the joke per se, that he was very unhappy with what Meghan did, that essentially she was mocking. That, remember, when she sat up, as you just saw, she sat up and cut her eyes to the left at Harry like there was a personal joke going on. But also during this, you could see he was looking at somebody off camera. He was very unhappy and very uncomfortable. That came through, again, very clearly. But getting back to the story, this is not the only lie that Harry and Meghan told while sitting on Oprah's couch in the show. Let's be honest, Oprah never asked any hard questions, never followed up on any of the information. Had she followed up on it, I don't think she would have aired the interview. And we all know that the Oprah interview, or I call it the show, has been pulled from the internet because it was so damaging to everybody involved. Anyway, moving on. This is absolutely no different than when Meghan claims she knew nothing about the UK, and then the pictures showed up of her on vacation in the UK and in front of the palace. And I know nothing about the Queen, and then a picture showed up of her sitting on a train with her computer up in front of her, and there's a picture of the Queen on the screen. But then something else came out that even showed her more of a liar. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, somebody went into Suits and found video of her curtsying on Suits. There you go. So for this whole thing of, I don't know how to curtsy. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to be taught. It's a lie. But I'm saying again, what upsets me is that mainstream media is just now catching up to this. You guys know that I did multiple Oprah interview debunks showing not all, but 90% of the lies that were told on this couch or wherever the hell she was sitting. And I'm upset that mainstream media is just now catching up to something that the YouTubers have known for a very long time. They should get their heads out of their rear ends. For those of you who might be new to my channel, just go onto my channel and search Oprah and you will find my debunking videos where I literally point out every lie that they told. In the meantime, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to follow me over to video number 2 for today. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's go.